Yo, what is up, guys? So today I'm going to be working on the hatch. I'm going to be installing multiple little parts. I'm going to be installing a new Blox intake manifold, new throttle body, MAF sensor, new gaskets for the throttle body and the intake manifold. Juan and Ricardo went out for some brunch, but y'all know what's up. We're gonna be working on this jump. And yep, stay tuned, and I'm about to flip over the camera and show y'all everything. So, as we said in a previous video, this jump has been swapped. It's not a D series anymore. We put in a B20. And so what we have going on today is we're going to be changing out this sensor, the new throttle body, because we've been hearing some weird type of noise, and when we rev it up, we hear it coming from around in here. So we think that if we change that, then hopefully our problem will be fixed. But you know, doesn't hurt to change them out either way. So we're going to be doing that, and stay tuned. We're going to be removing them, explaining on how to remove them, and yep, stay tuned. We're going to start off by removing the injector wires, and to do that, you're going to have to, I don't know if you guys see these little clips right here. So what you have to do is you have to angle it to the side a bit, pull it out like that, as I did right there. Do the same with the opposite side. Give me a second. Do the same with the opposite side here. And once you do that, get both sides clicked off. Try to do it softly. So you see as there. Try to do it softly so that way that little spring, that little clip right there doesn't go flying out. And once you do that, you're good to pull out. And once you pull out, I recommend you just clipping it back on. That way when you put it back on, it clips on. So that is how you remove those. And I will get back to you when I start removing other things. So I'm done with taking off the clips, and now to take off the fuel rail, you're going to have a 10mm and another 10 that you are going to have to take off. Once you take those off, you got to make sure that these wires that are in the way, all the wires, need to be removed, lifted up, and then you should be clear to pull this out. And I'll get back to you guys when we're starting to remove this. Also forgot to mention, you are going to have to be removing this fuel line. So it's going to be not a 10, but a 12mm socket. And what you have to first remove this top one. Once you remove that one, then you're going to have to remove this second one, which releases the whole knob in the bottom, and you pull out. So once you have the fuel rail removed, now it's time to remove the throttle cable, remove the sensor, and then the bolts are going to be, pretty sure, one back here, one right here, right here, one more back, and then I'm not sure if there's going to be one there, but we'll find out. And then we're just going to have to remove this and some fuses, and we'll be able to pull all that right out. Get back to you when it's all out. Yo, what's up, everybody? We back many hours later. We're back. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, I was struggling mad hard to take off the last couple bolts. The last two bolts at the back of this, these two bolts were really a struggle. I was able to take these, that one off with ease, but these two I struggled. And then I was able to take all of those off fine. I was able to take all those off in like, what, less than 20 minutes in total, all of those. But then those two took me hours.
What is up, guys? I'm back from having a good Sunday brunch. But look, Manoa, while I was gone, he wanted to start taking this apart. He did end up getting it apart. Right now, all he has to do is really just remove this stuck-on gasket. because the old paper gasket just got stuck over time. You know, it's never probably been taken out. So we are replacing this gasket with a brand new thermal gasket. I think these are pretty good for temperature. It holds temperature. Got a dirty mocking it up to the old one, which you guys can see the old intake manifold right here. Now we got a nice Blox intake manifold. We got a thermal gasket right here. We got a new map sensor, OEM. You already know, like always. We might clean the throttle body with throttle body cleaner just so it actually helps it a lot. So we are going to retake this apart just because we should clean that throttle body. And then we're going to put this gasket on like this, and then we're going to get back to you once my brother has this old gasket off, and we're going to show you guys what he's going to end up using to get that gasket out. So we're going to get back to you guys when we are done.
Sir.
Yo, what is up, guys? Today is Tuesday. Mano started on this Sunday, and we're still not there.
Going on it.
I'm about to turn you guys around, and I'm gonna show you guys what's been going on and what he's been struggling with and what he's been doing. So I'm gonna flip you guys around right now. Yo, so look, guys, remember how I told you guys we were gonna scrape this gasket off? Well, it's been a little bitch, and it was really stuck on there. So we haven't really had too much of a chance to work on this car just because my brother had work on Monday, and he only had like an hour of daylight to come work. And then today he had school, so he went to J.E. Rice and he picked up this scraper. J.E. Rice, shout out J.E. Rice. If you guys know, you know. Picked up this scraper. And he also, I think that's it, right? Just the scraper. And I think a bolt or something. Yeah, so right now he pretty much has it almost done. And yeah, I just wanted to update you guys on this just because it's been a couple days. So he's been scraping this off. It's just been a real headache. So he pretty much has it off. All he has to worry about now is just the studs, the gaskets around the studs. So if you guys ever encounter this problem, what have you been doing, Mano?
Scraping this joint off.
Okay.
Little by little, you know, if you guys look around, you guys see all the little pieces that it has been leaving.
Like, you're gonna have to vacuum that out.
So many little pieces everywhere.
Yeah. So what's your method? You've been using water?
I've been using
a little bit of soapy water. Google, and then this Gillette.
And then this just scraper, you know. But
yeah.
I do really recommend one of these because these actually help you dig in there and actually get it.
Yeah, especially if it's sharpened.
Yeah, because I tried to use this wasn't working. I tried to use a regular, just straight, sharp blade, and you can't really like do much because you need something with grip to like
push it. Yeah, and we're also trying to make sure not to really scratch it, just because, you know, you really don't want to scratch this too much. But the way it's looking, if you guys can tell, it looks pretty good, you know. So yeah, we'll update you guys in a little bit. I don't know if we're gonna get the intake manifold on today, but definitely is gonna be mocked up tomorrow. And then yeah, we're gonna show you guys what we're working on and how it's looking, you know. But thank you guys for staying tuned, and we'll catch you guys in a bit. Yes, sir.
Yo, guess what? We were finally able to scrape all the other gasket off, and dude, this gasket looks amazing. If you guys can see under there, I was able to take off the old gasket very well, and now this gasket goes in and it's going to be running well. But it's already getting pretty late out. It's already pretty dark. I don't know if you guys could tell. So what I'm probably going to do is, so I don't have to waste more paper and putting in those holes, I'm probably just gonna leave it mounted, probably tighten it with 2 screws, make sure it doesn't fall. And then, yeah, we'll probably get back tomorrow and finish it off. But, yep, stay tuned. See you guys tomorrow. So, I decided to mount it because I was like, you know, I want to have this junk ready for tomorrow for me to just come, do some little things. But, you guys know, working on cars, if it's not one problem, it's the other. So, now that I realized that I have it all in, I don't know if you guys can see right there, but that is definitely not enough to let the bolt grip onto that. So I'm going to have to go buy all new studs and make sure that they're longer so that the bolt, the nut could reach in. But anyways, yep, stay tuned, and I'm probably going to be removing those studs along with installing the new ones and making sure that maybe this jump is ready by tomorrow. Thank you guys for watching, and stay tuned for tomorrow's other part of this video. We're back, guys. So I don't know if you guys remember hearing in the last clip that the intake manifold was with this, it wasn't letting the bolts come out, the studs come out enough to be able to tighten the bolts. So I was thinking I was either gonna have to get new studs, but my brother just told me to go get a new one of these, because he said that it's just gonna make things way more harder if I have to take off each one by one. And I think it should work. Man, shut up. Sorry, man. I think it should work because I don't know if you guys can see the thickness difference. It's a lot. So I think that should be able to grip on with using this one now. But yep, we'll see. Stay tuned for us starting to put things back on. So I started putting the intake manifold on, and look, guys, man, they're still not fully grabbing, but I mean, I think there's enough thread for them to grab a little bit. So I think it should be fine, because once I start putting in the long screw ones, I feel like it'll start tightening everything more, and I'll be able to tighten those more. So I think we should be good. But yeah, I'm gonna start tightening all these bolts, start putting hoses back, and yep, keep watching. And once I get back, we're probably going to start putting on the injectors, or we'll see. But stay tuned. Yo, so we're back. We were able to get this installed. We got every little wire installed. So now we just put on the injectors, the fuel rail, and only these two bolts for the fuel were able to hold on, but this one's not going anywhere. This one, I think, is stripped, or I don't know what, but it's still tight. It's held on pretty well. So now we're about to put on the clips. After the clips, we're gonna put on the fuel line, and then from the fuel line, the intake, and then we should be set. And yep, I still need to connect this as well, and then just this little hose, and then we should be set to see the car. But yeah, stay tuned. We're back, and we were finally able to finish the Blox intake manifold. It doesn't say Blox because I had some problems with the sticker. I tried to take it off and then glue it back on so it could be nice,
and it didn't want to glue back on.
I want to glue back on.
But look at that, guys. Everything is back together, looking really good. As my brother explained to you guys, he did try to put that thermal gasket, but the studs were not reaching at all. So I was like, you know what, just go get a paper gasket for the meantime. Maybe later down the road we will end up putting bigger studs so we can run that thermal gasket, because you know, thermal is the way. It does help heat soak and stuff like that. And then we also had to change out the throttle body thermal gasket, because we were having this problem where every time we would accelerate it, we would get a whistle noise. So I was like, man, what if it's the thermal gasket? So we found one at Advance or AutoZone.
Yeah, we found a Faux Pro
for like $2 or $3 or so. So we're like, let's go get it, try it out. And it worked, and it's working. But the problem this whole time was this little set screw or idle screw. It was just on way too tight. So every time we would accelerate it, we would hear like a whistle noise. Yeah. And it was just getting so annoying. But we were able to get that out of the way, fixed up. And then next videos that we do, we're going to show you guys how this thing is pulling, driving. And yeah, man, you feel a difference, Manal, since you've been driving it?
Yeah, it feels more responsive. Like, you give it gas and it just
takes off.
More. Feels good for a little B20.
Hell yeah.
And yeah, you guys probably see this little towel joint on it, but it's for a following video. So if you guys want to watch what's under this or what's right here, then just stay tuned for the next video.
Stay tuned, because ahí hay una sorpresa, loco. Tal vez hay un VTEC head or something, you know, you never know. But hey, stay tuned for the next one, guys.
Stay tuned.
Peace out, guys. Peace. Boom.